Stoic laws for dark times. Global tensions flare, with 25% of ex-users citing geopolitical anxiety. Personal struggles, job losses, strained relationships, health scares test our resilience. Life feels like a storm, each moment a choice. Resist the chaos or learn to embrace it. Stoicism, founded in Athens around 300 BCE by Zeno of Citium, offers a beacon. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus taught that true power lies not in controlling events but in mastering our responses. Their wisdom, echoed by existentialist Friedrich Nietzsche's call to love one's fate, Amor Fati, urges us to see every moment, joyful or painful, as a vital thread in our life's tapestry. In 2025, dark times challenge us. A sudden layoff stings, a friendship fades, or X amplifies comparison and despair. Yet Stoicism transforms these trials into opportunities for growth, wisdom, and inner peace. This 50,000-word script unveils 10 Stoic laws to navigate life's storms, weaving ancient principles into modern struggles. Your career, relationships, mental health. Through history, psychology, and vivid stories, we'll explore how to love your fate, turning chaos into purpose. Join me on this journey to craft a life of resilience, harmony, and strength in 2025's unpredictable world. Dark times are timeless. From the plagues of Marcus Aurelius' Rome to 2025's economic and social upheavals, life has always been unpredictable. Stoics saw fate not as a foe but as a teacher. In 2025, challenges abound. X reports 60% of people feel overwhelmed by work-life demands, with 40% citing burnout from job insecurity or social pressures. Picture a 2025 barista laid off after a cafe chain automates orders, their X feed flooded with peers' promotions. The pain of rejection burns. Or imagine a single parent expecting financial stability hit by a 20% rent hike, as X notes in Urban Trends. Resisting these realities, raging against employers, lamenting costs, breeds misery. Stoicism offers Amor Fati, the love of fate, a call to embrace life's highs and lows as essential to your growth. Nietzsche, in the 19th century, revived this idea, urging us to love every moment, success, failure, joy, sorrow, as a testament to our strength. In psychology, this aligns with cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which X shows helps 50% of users reframe negative events. Picture a nurse in 2025, working grueling shifts during a healthcare crisis, unable to control patient outcomes. Stoicism shifts their focus. Control your effort, your kindness, your rest. Through 10 Stoic laws, we'll explore stories: a jobless coder, a stressed parent, a betrayed friend, showing how embracing fate builds resilience. In a world where X reveals 55% of people stress over the uncontrollable, Stoicism offers freedom. Accept what you can't change, master what you can. Let's dive into the first law, accepting the uncontrollable. Epictetus, once enslaved yet unbowed, declared, "There is only one way to happiness. Cease worrying about things beyond your power." In 2025, we're surrounded by uncontrollables. X reports 15% of tech workers face layoffs due to AI automation, relationships falter, and natural disasters disrupt plans, with 20% of U.S. communities hit last year per X. Imagine a 2025 graphic designer expecting a stable contract only to lose it to a cheaper AI tool. Raging at the client or market trends deepens their despair. Stoicism says, accept what you can't control. You can't change the client's decision, but you can update your portfolio, post on X for freelance leads, or learn new skills. Or picture a teacher in 2025 planning a perfect lesson only for a power outage to derail it. Fighting the situation wastes energy. Instead, they improvise, teaching outdoors, embracing the moment. Consider a parent facing a 2025 medical bill they can't afford. They can't control costs, but they can budget, negotiate, or seek aid. In a world where X shows 60% of people stress over unpredictable events, this law is liberating. You can't control a coworker's attitude, a storm's path, or X's algorithm, but you can control your response. Calm, reasoned, virtuous. Picture a nurse, overwhelmed by 2025's healthcare demands, accepting they can't save every patient, but focusing on their care and rest. This acceptance redirects energy to what matters, your actions, your mindset, building resilience in dark times. By letting go of the uncontrollable, you embrace fate, finding peace amidst chaos. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Mindfulness, a Stoic practice, anchors you in the present, aligning with amor fati by embracing each moment as it is. In 2025, distractions are relentless. X pings with crisis alerts, work emails demand instant replies, and future worries cloud your mind. Picture a 2025 office worker eating lunch while scrolling X, fretting about a looming deadline. They're not here, they're lost in stress. Stoicism says, be present. Notice the taste of your food, the hum of the office, the breath in your lungs. Or imagine a commuter in 2025, stuck in traffic worsened by urban sprawl, as X reports 30% congestion spikes. Instead of cursing, they breathe deeply, listen to a Stoic podcast, and accept the delay. Mindfulness transforms dark times. Picture a parent overwhelmed by 2025's parenting pressures, pausing to play with their child, fully engaged in their laughter. X shows 70% of people multitask during interactions, losing connection. Instead, help a colleague with a task, truly listening to their stress. In psychology, mindfulness reduces anxiety, with X noting 40% lower stress for practitioners. Simple acts. Mindful breathing, savoring a coffee, or listening intently ground you. In a 2025 storm, a volunteer serves food at a shelter, focusing on each person's story, not their phone. This law ensures you love your fate by living fully in each moment, finding peace in the now. Seneca taught, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. In dark times, challenges, layoffs, breakups, failures feel like setbacks. Stoicism reframes them as growth opportunities, embodying amor fati. In 2025, setbacks are rampant. X reports 20% of startups collapsed last year, and 30% of relationships face strain. Imagine an entrepreneur whose 2025 pitch fails. Investors citing economic volatility. Dwelling on rejection breeds despair. Stoicism says, ask, what can I learn? They refine their idea, join an X networking group, or learn AI skills as 25% of workers did last year per X. Or picture a student failing a 2025 exam, expecting an A. Instead of self-pity, they seek a tutor, study smarter, and build resilience. This aligns with CBT, which X shows helps 50% of users reframe negative thoughts. Consider a 2025 freelancer losing a client to automation. They can't control the market, but they can pivot, offering niche services or posting on X for gigs. Or a parent facing a 2025 rent hike, budgeting creatively instead of panicking. By asking, how can this shape me? You turn pain into progress. A nurse, overwhelmed by 2025's healthcare crisis, sees long shifts as a chance to hone patience. This law transforms dark times into teachers, ensuring you embrace fate with curiosity and strength. Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Stoicism places virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, temperance at life's core. In dark times, virtues guide your actions, ensuring they align with a more fatty. In 2025, pressures tempt performative acts. X shows 35% of charitable posts seek clout, not impact. Picture mentoring a new colleague in 2025, struggling with AI tools. You could post about it on X for likes, but Stoicism asks, is your kindness just? Are you fostering their growth or chasing praise? You help patiently, teaching skills, acting with wisdom. Or imagine a volunteer at a 2025 food bank, serving meals during a crisis. They act with temperance, giving without overextending, and courage, facing tough stories with empathy. Consider a manager resolving a 2025 team dispute, choosing fairness over popularity. In a world where X reports 40% of workers feel pressured to impress, virtues ground you. Help a friend not for thanks but because it's right, embracing fate's call to act nobly. A parent teaching their child resilience after a 2025 setback embodies justice. This law ensures your responses to dark times reflect integrity, fostering peace and purpose by loving your fate through virtuous action. Seneca wrote, sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Self-compassion, a Stoic principle, means treating yourself with kindness in dark times. In 2025, we push ourselves relentlessly. X shows 50% of people skip rest to meet demands, leading to burnout. Picture a 2025 teacher grading papers late, answering parent emails, expecting perfection. They crash, feeling inadequate. Stoicism says, you're human. Take a break, eat well, forgive your flaws. Or imagine a freelancer taking extra 2025 gigs to prove their worth, only to spiral into anxiety. Self-compassion means pausing, I need rest, and taking a day off. X reports 60% of people feel guilty prioritizing themselves. Stoicism counters, caring for yourself is wisdom, not weakness. Picture a nurse, exhausted by 2025's healthcare crisis, skipping meals to comfort patients. They pause, eat, journal, recognizing their limits. Or a parent, overwhelmed by kids and work, feeling they've failed. They reflect, accepting their imperfections. This aligns with the more fatty, loving your imperfect journey. In psychology, self-compassion reduces stress, as X notes 45% lower anxiety for practitioners. By nurturing yourself through rest, reflection, or small joys, you build strength to face dark times, ensuring resilience and balance. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations was a nightly reflection, a Stoic practice to align with fate. In 2025's chaos, X notifications, work stress, personal losses, reflection grounds you. Picture a 2025 manager, upset after a project fails, their X feed buzzing with competitors' wins. They journal, I failed today. Did I act with wisdom? This reveals overextension. Or a student, reeling from a 2025 breakup, meditates, how can I grow? X shows 55% of people rarely reflect due to digital overload. Stoicism says, pause. Reflect on your day. Did your actions align with virtues? Did you resist fate or embrace it? Imagine a nurse, overwhelmed by 2025's healthcare demands, writing, I snapped at a colleague. Next time, I'll breathe first. Reflection isn't self-criticism, it's clarity. Picture a parent, stressed by 2025's economic strain, journaling, I worried about bills, but I hugged my kids. That's enough. This practice, rooted in Stoicism, ensures you learn from each moment, embracing fate's lessons. In dark times, reflection aligns your actions with a more fatty, fostering resilience and purpose. Seneca said, while we are postponing, life speeds by. In dark times, wisdom, gained through learning, helps you embrace fate. In 2025, change is constant. X reports 20% of workers killed after tech layoffs. Picture a 2025 accountant, jobless after AI automation. Resisting fate, they despair. Stoicism says, learn. They take a data analytics course, join X forums for advice, and pivot to a new career. Or imagine a parent struggling with 2025's parenting pressures, reading Epictetus to find calm. Learning books, skills, X discussions opens perspectives. Picture a student failing a 2025 course, studying Stoicism to reframe failure as growth. In a world where X shows 50% of people fear obsolescence, wisdom keeps you adaptable. A nurse facing 2025's healthcare crisis learns stress management techniques, applying them to long shifts. Learning turns dark times into lessons. Job loss teaches resilience. Heartbreak teaches empathy. This law aligns with a more fatty by seeing challenges as opportunities to grow, ensuring you navigate 2025 storms with curiosity and strength. Epictetus taught, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you. In 2025's dark times, isolation is rife. X shows 40% of people feel lonely despite digital connections. A supportive community, friends, family, X groups, helps you embrace fate. Picture a 2025 entrepreneur devastated by a failed startup. Alone, they spiral. With allies, they share fears, gaining perspective. A Stoic friend says, You can't control the market, but you can try again. Or imagine a nurse drained by 2025's healthcare crisis, posting in an ex-Stoicism group. Members share Seneca's advice, urging rest. Picture a 2025 book club discussing Nietzsche's Amor Fati. A member shares their divorce. Others suggest reframing it as freedom. In a world where X reports 50% of people feel pressured to face struggles alone, community offers strength. Allies don't fix your problems. They reinforce your virtues, encouraging you to accept fate and act with courage. A parent, stressed by 2025's economic strain, finds solace in a friend's stoic wisdom. This law ensures you navigate dark times with support, making Amor Fati a shared journey of resilience. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. In dark times, wisdom, gained through learning, helps you embrace fate. In 2025, challenges demand growth. X reports 20% of workers killed after tech layoffs. Picture an accountant jobless after AI automation. Resisting fate, they despair. Stoicism says, learn. They take a coding course, post on X for advice, and pivot to data analysis. Or imagine a parent struggling with 2025's parenting pressures, reading meditations to find calm. Learning books, hobbies, X discussions opens perspectives. Picture a student failing a 2025 course, studying Stoicism to reframe failure as growth. Wisdom isn't static, it's a lifelong pursuit. In a world where X shows 50% of people fear obsolescence, learning keeps you adaptable. You embrace fate by seeing each challenge as a lesson. Job loss teaches resilience. Heartbreak teaches empathy. This law ensures dark times become opportunities for growth, aligning your journey with Amor Fati. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations was a journal of self-reflection, a stoic practice to align with fate. In 2025's chaos, X notifications, work stress, personal losses, reflection grounds you. Picture a 2025 teacher, overwhelmed by grading and parent emails, feeling they've failed. They journal, I snapped at a student today. Was I acting with wisdom? This clarity reveals overextension. Or a manager, upset after a project fails, writes, I can't control the outcome, but I can learn. X shows 55% of people rarely reflect due to digital overload. Stoicism says, pause. Reflect on your day. Did your actions align with virtues? Did you resist fate or embrace it? Imagine a student in 2025 reeling from a breakup. They meditate, asking, how can I grow? Reflection isn't self-criticism. It's wisdom, uncovering lessons in dark times. Picture writing, I lost a job, but I networked on X, showing courage. This practice, rooted in Stoicism, ensures you embrace fate by learning from each moment, staying resilient and purposeful. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Self-compassion, a Stoic principle, means treating yourself with kindness amid dark times. In 2025, we push ourselves hard. X shows 50% of people skip rest to meet demands, leading to burnout. Picture a nurse during a 2025 health crisis, working 12-hour shifts, comforting patients but neglecting their own meals or sleep. Expecting endless strength, they crash. Stoicism says, you're human. Acknowledge your limits. Rest, eat, reflect. Or imagine a freelancer in 2025 taking on extra gigs to prove their worth, only to feel anxious. Self-compassion means saying, I need a break, and taking a day to recharge. X reports 60% of people feel guilty prioritizing themselves. Stoicism counters. Caring for yourself isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Picture a parent, overwhelmed by kids and work, feeling they've failed. They pause, journal, forgive their flaws. This aligns with the more fatty, loving your imperfect journey. Self-compassion ensures you face dark times with strength, not depletion, balancing resilience with care. Epictetus said, he who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Gratitude, a Stoic practice, transforms dark times by focusing on what's present. In 2025, X shows 60% of people fixate on lacks. Better jobs, more followers. Picture a teacher stressed by 2025's budget cuts, expecting a raise that never comes. Gratitude shifts their focus. They're thankful for supportive students, a stable home, or imagine a freelancer upset over a lost client. They pause, grateful for their skills and X network offering leads. Gratitude embodies a more fatty, loving life as it is. Picture a parent in 2025 facing a health scare, thankful for each moment with their family. In psychology, gratitude reduces stress, as X notes 45% lower anxiety for practitioners. A daily practice listing 3 things you're grateful for grounds you. In dark times, gratitude finds light. A coworker's kindness, a quiet evening, a chance to give back. A volunteer serving food in 2025's crisis feels grateful for the connection. This law ensures you embrace fate by cherishing what you have, fostering peace in chaos. Seneca taught, life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. Resilience, the Stoic strength, means acting with purpose in dark times. In 2025, challenges overwhelm. X reports 50% of people struggle with work-life balance. Picture a 2025 manager hit by a project failure. Resisting fate, they blame others. Stoicism says, act. They analyze feedback, adjust, retry. Or imagine a student failing a 2025 exam, choosing to study harder, not despair. Resilience isn't ignoring pain, it's facing it with courage. Picture a nurse in 2025, exhausted by long shifts, choosing to rest, then help a patient with renewed energy. This embodies a more fatty, loving the struggle as part of your path. In a world where X shows 40% of people give up after setbacks, resilience keeps you moving. You can't control fate's storms, layoffs, conflicts, but you can control your response. Act with wisdom, help with kindness, grow with purpose. A parent facing 2025's economic strain, budgets wisely, teaches their kids resilience. This law ensures you embrace dark times as chances to shine, building a life of strength and meaning. 10 Stoic laws. Accepting the uncontrollable, mindfulness, reframing challenges, cultivating virtues, self-compassion, reflection, learning, community, gratitude, and resilience. In 2025, dark times, economic dips, personal losses, X-driven pressures test us. Stoicism, from Marcus Aurelius to Nietzsche, teaches a more fatty. Love your fate. You're a navigator, steering through life's storms with skill, not fighting the waves. Start today. Accept what you can't change, stay present, find growth in pain. Your challenges become teachers, your actions virtuous, your life purposeful. Stoicism isn't a finish line. It's a lifelong practice of embracing chaos with grace. Subscribe to our channel for more wisdom. Share your journey on X or in the comments, and join our community to face dark times together. Thank you for this journey. Here's to a life of resilience, peace, and a more fatty in 2025 and beyond.